Open YouTube.
Some people kill, some people steal, some people lie sometimes. Different events in our life can shape those ways. Harboring hate, harboring pain, and everything people do. Make it so very hard to forgive. Nobody is perfect, and I can see that in the mirror. And every time I think of things I've done inside the past, I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky to talk to God, I notice the birds in there. Not worried about a thing, not even worried about me. Down here, they free. Ain't nowhere that they can't fly. I'm always seeing them pass by. I'm jealous. So many things, so many bills I gotta worry about. I go to work every day so they get paid. So many jobs, so many friends, different associates. I always forget they're subjected to change.
Nothing stays the same. Things always changing like the seasons. And every time issues start falling down, I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky to talk to God, I notice the birds in there.
Not worried about a thing. Down here, they nowhere that they can't fly.
I'm always seeing them pass by. I'm jealous.
Don't gotta worry about social issues.
What up, y'all? I ain't see the chat. My bad. What's up? What up? What up? I'm just getting the stream ready. I'm getting the cards ready for the collective reading, y'all.
Don't gotta worry about bills
To
to
pay a.
pay.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Everything that you donate will go directly to food, shelter, and water.
Don't gotta worry about people
Let's go.
talking about you.
Come on, y'all. Let's By the song playing. Let's get the hearts in the chat, y'all.
Mentally on different
Whenever the song
ways
is
I can
playing,
let
we got to
go.
get them hearts
As I
spammed in
look
the
up
chat so we
in the
can
sky to
continue to
talk to
grow.
God, I notice the birds in
The more hearts y'all put in the
there.
chat, the less y'all got to donate.
Not worried
Ain't
about
about a
nothing, not worried
thing.
about me.
Oh,
Down here, they ain't
free.
nowhere that they can't fly.
Ain't nowhere that
I'm
they
always
can't
seeing them
fly.
pass by.
Come on, y'all. Let's get them hearts in the chat. Cause
I'm so
y'all know I'm being
jealous.
shadow banned. I'm not getting a big spike of viewers like I normally get.
I'm so jealous.
Ma, I'm about to run that back one more time, y'all. I need this right now. This song giving me life right now.
Mentally on different ways I can let go. As I look up in the sky to talk to God,
I
I notice
noticed
the
the
birds
birds
in
in
there.
there.
Not worried about a thing, not even worried about me.
Come on,
Down
y'all.
here,
When y'all hit them hearts, it helped me get out of this shadow band. They got me shadow banned, y'all.
ain't nowhere that they
They
can't
come here,
fly.
they putting
I'm
thumbs
always seeing
down.
them pass
They
by.
come
I'm
here reporting my
jealous. So
live.
many things, so many bills I gotta worry
Y'all notice I ain't been over like 50 viewers. That's because they shadow banning me, y'all. So many jobs, so many friends, different associates. I always forget they're subjected to change. Nothing stays the same, things always changing like the seasons. And soon as I get my hopes up, issues start falling down. I struggle mentally on different ways I can let go as I look up in the sky to talk to God. I notice the birds in there. Don't gotta worry about social issues. Don't gotta worry about bills to pay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Struggle mentally on different ways I can let go as I look up in the sky to talk to God. I notice the birds in there. Not worried about a thing. Listen, ain't no with that they can't fly. So many jobs, so many things I gotta worry about. I'm so jealous. I'll tell you in 1 second. Peace, love, health, and wealth vibe tribe. Like and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is not important, but what is the fact that I'm here on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Remember, when you come here, it's spa day for the soul. Huh? Huh? What am I, if y'all know what I'm about to say it with me. When you come here, kick off your shoes and relax your feet, right? What when y'all come here, what is it? What we talking about when we come here? What's the environment? So, don't nobody know? All right, that's cool. Peace, love, health, and well vibe tribe. Like and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is not important, but what is the fact that I'm here on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, with a heart is the center for healing. All right. Remember when you come here, right? It's, I don't want to say it. Spa day for the soul, chicken noodle soup for the spirit, mani and petties for the ego. Right? When we come here, this is a construction zone. This is a hard hat zone, right? And you know what we building? Self-development. Self-development is the construction site when you come here. All right. All right. When we come here, we got to have them hard hats on because we working on self-development. You understand what I'm saying? And while we working on self-development, there's going to be people, places, and things that's going to be used to the old energy that we used to carry. So what we got to do is stay consistent with the new energy we want to carry, so we can so we can have consistent results in our life, right? Understand that I am more than just a tarot reader. I just play one on TV. You understand what I'm saying? Understand that I am more than just a tarot reader. I just play one on TV. But in reality, I am a coach, a holistic life coach, right? I am a Reiki Master, ordained minister, and so much more. So, um, if you guys want a free consultation, a free follow up to the readings, anything like that, please hit me up. Text me, email. Well, you could text me. But depending on what phone I use, I might not be able to text you back right away because my phone broken. So, but yeah, text me, email, and I'll get back with you ASAP Rocky. You understand what I'm saying? Last night we did removing manifestation blockages part 5. Who, what, when, where, why, Paul. So really we did a huge deep dive, right? And the deep dive that we did, we learned how to look at the Bible from a different lens, right? Where we don't just take these things as surface value, but we understand that everything in that Bible got value, right? No matter if it's a person, place, or thing, everything in the Bible has value. And hopefully, what that is going to do is it's going to help you decode things that's going on in your life, right? Tonight we will be doing episode 6. All right, episode 6. All right, and just to give you a preview, we are going to be tapping into the back signal. Yeah, if anybody, we got any DC fans in here? Wait, is Batman? I think Batman is DC. If we got any Batmans here today, Batman fans or whatever, then understand that today's episode of removing manifestation blockages is going to be something crazy. Right? It's going to be something crazy. Just soak your feet and hands in olive oil. You'll be all right. Trust me. You'll be all right. Just soak it in olive oil. You ain't even got to do much. Just put enough olive oil in the bottom of the bucket, and then just put your feet. Just cover up the bucket. Just cover up the bottom of the bucket. Then just rub your feet in there. Just let your feet hang out in that oil. I'm telling you, your whole body, your nervous system, everything gonna thank you for it. We got a lot of sweat glands and stuff like that in our feet. So if we can take care of our feet properly, yes, with some Italian herbs. Actually, that's not even funny, right? That's actually real talk, right? Now, if you really want to get jiggy, you will warm up that olive oil for a couple minutes and then put the herbs in there. Warm up that olive oil, put the herbs in there, and then, like I said, just put a thin layer on the bottom, right? I'm telling you, your whole body gonna thank you for it. Your cardiovascular system, everything, especially your brain, because our brain need healthy omegas. See, they tell us that we need carbs and stuff like that. We just need calories, but specific calories or how we get the calories make a difference because our body used the different calories for different things, right? So carbs is like a quick steroid boost, right? Fat is for longer term health. And what's the other one? Protein. Protein is for like rebuilding muscles. So make sure y'all tap into y'all nutrients properly. Hey, you never know. You might turn in. Hey, you smelling like Olive Garden? You might turn into somebody dessert while you playing. While you playing, you might end up somebody dessert. Hey, girl, I'm telling you. You could be sitting there doing that right now while we playing tarot cards. Right. From the cake up, you get 8 from the cake out. From the cake up. And I heard you was dragging a wagon, Jizzle. I heard they was like, damn, ain't nobody got buns like that in this family. Where you get them buns from, girl? I heard you had them cheeks. I heard you needed a little I heard you needed a little three-wheeler to carry your cheeks around. That cake you got. Is it we past 10 minutes? Is we past 10 minutes? Ass and titties. Ass and titties. All right, y'all. She said that's the neighbor. What? The neighbor got them cheeks? Damn, okay. How old is she? If she ain't about 60, 70, then I don't care. I'm just playing, y'all. All right. Come on, y'all. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get, let's go ahead and go ahead. Let's go ahead and get this thing cracking the right way. All right. So we got the Page of Cups. I'm sorry, I don't know why I always do that. Make it clap. She all about drama. Yeah, that's because the women. A lot. I hate to say it, right? And men too, right? But I only date women, right? But a lot of women who beautiful, got bodies and stuff like that. You know, they don't put energy to their brain. They it's like a plant, right? If you don't prune the plant, then all the energy gonna go to the leaves, right? But if you do prune the plant, then all the energy is going to go towards the seeds. That's some deep ass shit right there. Let me go ahead and write that down for another episode of removing manifestation blockages. Right? Is my manifestations tailored to what I want? That's raw. You can't make this shit up, KP. Is my manifestations tailored to what I want? Now I don't like that. That's a different episode. Pruning the plant. They call me chef. They call me chef. Stop playing with me. I swear to God on my mama, gang. Stop playing with me, gang. What is this called? I'm cooking up some shit. They think I'm playing, man. Sarah, I've been seeing you bounce around on the other channel, Sarah. I might have to call you out for some loyalty in a minute, Sarah. Sarah, you're gonna have to come by and see which channels we got approved, because it's a couple people that I used to support that be talking shit about me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I hate to put you in a tough position because you a good person, but she said KP has his feet soaked in olive oil and herbs. I wish. I really need to, for real. I really need to, for real. I got a sunflower olive oil mix. I need to drip my whole body in that. All right, pruning plants. All right, so we're gonna have a removing. We're gonna have a removing manifestation blockages. Talking about pruning the garden. Pruning the garden. I can't ignore them. I can't ignore them because they made it men versus women. And once they do that, you know they hypnotize. You know these people hypnotize with hatred. Mystical Moon, Eve, Versasphere, Bake 215. Oh yeah, we got a whole list of names we can go down. But they still using them 4 hearts. Look, they changed the color, but they still using 4 hearts. Come on now, cuz. Come on now, cuz. Stop playing with KP like KP ain't the. Stop playing with KP. No, but the biggest thing is that I do this full time, y'all. So I'm not getting the donations. I'm not getting people watching the commercials like I was a week ago. You understand what I'm saying? So I gotta make it known. I gotta make it known because they literally affecting my bottom line. They affecting my bottom line. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So in any case, though, you can do whatever you want. I just want to let you know. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I appreciate the words of encouragement, y'all. I really do. But I just ask that we stand strong, man. Even if y'all don't catch me live, if you could just like the video and keep it pushing, that'll do a lot, man. Because like I said, when they started reporting me and stuff, I started getting shadow banned. Because like during the music, whenever I play the music, I get a big spike in my numbers where it'd be like I'd just be chilling like 1, 2, and then all of a sudden my numbers would go like to 10, 15, 20 views. So by me not getting that big spike, you know what I'm saying? I know that I'm starting to be shadow banning. I know it. I know it. I know it. And like I said, that's affecting my bottom dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I do this full time. The coaching, all of that stuff. This is what I do. I don't get SSI. I don't get SSI. I don't get, you know what I'm saying? I don't get all of that. Especially this month. I was getting food stamps, but I had missed my appointment for food stamps. So your boy was out here starving for a minute. All right. So shout out to Elliot Oracle. I feel like Elliot Oracle got a very, very, very good breakdown in this card. Um, so I'm going to shout out to my boy Elliot Oracle. Y'all can catch him on YouTube or y'all can go to his site, elliotoracle.com. All right. So the page of wands. Okay, this is earth and fire. Earth and fire. All right. So the page is someone who represents a person with goals, with dreams, with aspirations, who's looking to get grounded and settled in a particular space in their life. Now, you don't have to be young or old to encompass the energy of the page. Only thing you have to do is just have a sense of vigor, a sense of want. All right. So sorry, y'all. I really don't like having the lights on, but I got to. It's dark, and for some reason I can't turn on a flashlight when I'm in a landscape mode. I used to be able to, but now I can't. All right. So remember, when we looking at the page, this is the number 11 card of the suit. So when we talking about the number 11, that means that we are walking through a gateway right now. All right. So the theme of today is the gateway. And my thing to you is, how can I say this? What energy are you carrying through the gateway? So if you notice this person, it looks like they're elevated pretty high, right? Look like they might be on the mountaintop or something like that. And it looks like they're looking back and saying, yeah, I made it through the ace, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now I'm the 1 times 2. I'm the 11 card. So what this is saying is that this person is feeling a call to action, right? The difference between the court cards of the wands is the page is the great planner, right? This is inspired new energy. Um, the ace tenfold, right? Or the two tenfold. The knight is the go-getter. The knight is the one that you call and say, hey, ladies free before 10, and it's 9:45 and y'all still make it there on time, right? The knight is the one that's always quick to action. Maybe they don't plan things out, maybe they don't bring things full circle, right? But the knight is the one that you want, because the knight of wands is fire and fire, right? And we already know fire consumes, fire moves, fire don't sit still. The queen of wands again is a lover and a nurturer, but the king and the queen is where we start to consistently have ideas and bring them to fruition. All right. And the king is the master visionary out of all of the decks, because he's in tune with his, I wanted to say Pitta, Pitta, but that's a Hindu term, or a Sanskrit term or whatever. He's in tune with his sacral chakra. He's in tune with the solar plexus. He's in tune with all of the energies because he knows how to garner energy from nothing. The king of wands can manifest something out of nothing every single day of the week, right? So here we go with the page of wands. Okay, it says, although he has not yet reached the heights of his older family members, the knight, the queen, the king, he still possessed some of their same magnetic qualities within himself. The page represents that you too embody the same strengths that you admire in the people that you look up to. What qualities do they possess that you wish to embody more? How would your life be different if you were to tap into that kind of energy? The Page of Wands is a richly dressed. The Page of Wands is richly dressed for his adventure in Egypt. So remember, um, the Page of Wands is a person who, at the drop of a hat, again, they get a brand new idea, and they might plan, they might overplan. But the thing about the page that's unique is the fact that the page is going to try new things. The page is not going to sit back and let a new idea go to waste. Only thing that I would say when we see the page is be weary of getting into situations and circumstances that you don't see a future in. Be weary of committing yourself to things that you necessarily don't see it all the way through. Just because it's a good idea doesn't mean just because just because something is a good idea doesn't mean you have to act upon it. So the Page of Wands, much like the Knight, is very impulsive in a sense. Um, like I said, the Knight can be easy. I mean, I'm sorry. Um, the Page can be easily deterred from the goal, from the plan, from the dream. Uh, uh, Give me 1 second. So in specific, what I'm seeing here for this card is some of us might either be getting good news or we might be making announcements about some good news. And if that's the case, then I want us to operate proudly. I want us to operate free, right? But I don't want us to be worried about what could happen, this one and that. Excuse me, I'm sorry, this one and that one, right? So a couple of the key terms before I get to the individual readings. Um, oh, One of the main terms that's associated with this card in most, if not all, of the pages is good news, right? Um, Wands is here on top of the mountain, and it's almost like they answering a call. Like, yeah, Spirit, I hear you. Now I'm calling back to you, Spirit. I'm ready to take on this journey. Sometimes when you feel energy of the Page of Wands, it could be explosive, creative energy. Like, I just got to do something. I just got to get this out. Or I just had this great idea and I just got to write it down. And I think this is the one. You know, this is the type of energy that we can expect from the page. Okay. So whenever, again, I'm gonna close off with this, whenever we feel like we getting the energy of the page in our life, that explosive creative energy, to where we want to go out, achieve, go places, dress up nice, do things, achieve things, etc., 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 remember, don't put your energy towards something you're not going to see it all the way through. If you're not going to see it all the way through, all right, we don't want to waste this creative burst of energy. If you do get a creative burst of energy or you feel like completing something, maybe you can take that energy and go back and dig into something that you started but you failed to complete. All right, so I just want us to be able to use this energy properly how we want, all right, to get the best results. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close down the general read. Oh, that's a beautiful tree. I'm gonna go ahead and close down the general read and open the floor up for anybody who wanted to get on the list. Now, I do know that there was a couple people who followed the instructions already. So let me go back and rewind in the chat, unless you want to just put your hands up in the chat. Ooh, the chat rate on 0. What's up? I talked y'all to sleep. Let's get this chat rate back up. We got to keep this chat rate pumping. All right. Yeah, that chat rate way too low. We only got 15 views on this live. All right. So is there anybody here who wanted to get on the list? I know Bright said she was going to be back, but somebody said that they was done. Was it Ryan? Was it Sarah? Thank y'all. I'm going back to the chat. Thank y'all for all of the encouragement and all of that stuff. I really appreciate that. Participants. Oh, I can see who in the chat right now. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Wait, do participants mean that they here, or do participants mean that they chatting? Well, they not here, so can I interest you in the reading real fast? Can I interest you in the donation-based reading? I need to keep remember saying that to people. I'll be forgetting. Yeah, they not here, so you want to reading so we won't have any dead space in the live, so we can seem like we busy? Wow, so participants. I didn't know they did that. So it shows me who in the chat, or at least who's active in the chat. All right, so where did we leave off last with your readings? Was it a triple card reading? I think it was a triple card reading. I'm back eating fries. Ryan, was that you that commented on my video said I love fries? Was that you? It wasn't fries that I made. Well, it was like home fries. I call it that. It was like home fries. But I didn't like cut them up and make French fries. Or the Africans call them chipsies. I did make chipsies. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get to lids. And then we're going to tap into Ryan. So, can I please get a good message for G-Lids? What is it that she's missing? How can I fill in the blank? How can I fill in the blank for G-Lids? G-Lids, I just saw a trailer. Something going on with the trailer. I don't know if it's a leak or something with the foundation. Maybe it's a little animal hiding in the trailer or under the trailer or something. All right. Six of Wands. Very, very interesting card. Yeah, it's something up. When I close my eyes, that's what I just seen. All right. Damn, I smell some smoke. Somebody smoking something. Open up my messages. All right, my bad. I had a couple messages that came in. I apologize, y'all. Okay, so the six, remember, is the card, is the number of love, harmony, balance, peace. Remember, the six is the calm after the storm. Okay, so what this is indicating, first of all, is the fact that the Five of Cups energy, the mourning, the grief, the disappointment, all of that is over. All right, so now we can tap into what? Hold on, y'all distracted me. Messages from your girl. Nah, I wish shit. I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't be poor right now. Cause I'd be taking all her money. No, I'm just playing. I wouldn't take all her money. I'd give her 10%. All right. So the Six of Wands is saying that it's time for us to recognize our victory, growth, and to recognize ourselves or those around us who deserve it. So this is where uh when we getting into Reiki, meditation, practices, etc., 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 this is where we move the Kundalini up past the heart, right? Well, I won't say ain't nothing unnecessary. But so this Six of Wands is where we move the Kundalini up past the heart and it never comes back down again. Right? And why do you say that, KP? Because after this point of victory, right? This is like the parade, right? This is like the celebratory parade after the challenges and the conflict that we faced before. Okay, so would you one thing I would say is champion yourself. You got to figure out a way to champion yourself. You got to figure out a way to champion those around you in a subtle way that's going to allow them to say, damn, what happened to her? She's a new person, right? From this point moving forward, we only focused on the positive things. And I'm not saying that that past dramas and stuff like that isn't you what I'm saying is embrace the future challenges, but embrace the future challenges with the mindset that I am a champion, right? And when you do that, ain't nothing unnecessary, because you start to see the lens as a you start to see the world from a lens of a helper, and you realize that it's more people in this world, whether it's mom, dad, brother, sister, neighbor, is more people that need help than not, right? So then we get away from persecuting people to again championing people, because when we champion people, we encourage them to grow. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the key component, is being able to grow. So when I recognize deep down inside, when I recognize that it's people around me that's not interested in growing, then it turns me off from them. It really do. It turns me off. And somehow, some way, they don't stick in my presence long. Like if I'm trying to champion you and you still focus on other shit, then we're not an energetic match. And so eventually you're going to be propelled or repelled away from me. So what I want you to do is to dig deeper and to continuously champion overcome situations and circumstances, no matter how big and small, right? As an adult, we don't make complaints. As an adult, we see things that's broken and we fix it, because we know complaining, huffing and puffing, or procrastinating steals time away from energy that we could be putting into ourselves, right? Again, what are we pruning? What are we contouring? What are we customizing? Open up my messages.
Mirror said, "Oh yes, how have you been?"
Nah. Open up my messages. I didn't say read my messages, motherfucker. God damn. Go on. Go. Bye. You get on my nerves with that shit, boy. Don't come back out here. Go back. Go lay down. Go to bed. Go lay down. You gotta learn some discipline, man. Yeah, you ain't got no discipline, you ain't got nothing. What if I got to hear your messages? That would be crazy. You want to hear my message? Mega, lay down. So, so in closing, like I said, this card represent a man of the people not relinquishing his right as the man of the people, right? You can be totally elevated, but you can be humble and meek and still keep your position and rank, but not change who you are fundamentally. Even though you can grow and rank, the only thing that should happen is you should just shed off dead weight, right? So we just got to pay attention to that dead weight. That's all. All right. So Ryan, did you have a question or something like that?
Your time card. No, ma'am, I got two other things in my hand. Okay. Okay. Is it? Is it? Okay. Ma'am.
So at this point, I'm shuffling up right now, but at this point, we gotta let go of the previous programming where we judge people good or bad. We judge people. Go, bye, go, go, bye. I'm so tired of that. God damn. What's up, Yellow Rose? How you doing? Do you know what a yellow rose symbolizes? I'm curious. What tea? What tea? I need some donations. That's the only tea. That's the only tea going on. All right. So you said you just want a card, huh? You just need a little something to meditate on. Let's see what I got for you. Never know how hard it is. Well, I don't want to say complaining is necessarily a waste of energy. It's only a waste of energy if you not feel propelled to act on whatever's going on. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not acting on what's going on, then yeah, it is wasted energy. But that's why I said we just don't complain at all and just fix whatever's broken. Like if like say for example somebody spilt some milk, instead of who spilt this milk and who did this and who did that. just clean it up, keep it moving. Right? Of course you could talk about it, of course you could teach about it, but it's no reason to go on and on and on and interrogating people and all that other stuff, right? We got to be action based, but that don't mean that we can't take action and teach people things and whatnot. I'm going good right now. Just nice to go and listen. I got a yellow rose tattoo when I was like 20 because I got it to be optimistic and to not let a man sway me from my goals. Ooh wee. That is a spell that we keep putting on ourselves. Oh my God, that is a spell. So how did that yellow rose work out for you? Did it keep you on task? All right, so we got the strength card, right? This is a major arcana card for Ryan. So understand that this, even though this might just be the card of the day or whatever, understand that this card is much, much more than just the card of the day. This is going to be a very dominant. You ain't missed much. You missed the collection plate going around, so you got to donate twice. All right, everything that you donate will go directly to food, shelter, and water. All right. All right. So with that being said, you got the strength card. All right. Remember, um, whether it's fast and hard or slow and gradual, the strength card is going to be a card that's going to be a dominant role. And it's going to play a dominant role in the energy that you see, give, and receive throughout the upcoming days, weeks, and months, right? The number 8. Okay, so the number 8 is a call to action. All right. Whenever you see the number 8 in tarot, think about forward movement always, right? 8 never stops moving. Remember, it's 2 circles, right? So that's an infinity loop, right? The strength, right? The mighty Leo, the mighty lion. What you got to understand is that you got a mighty lion within you. And whether it's untamed and untrained or whether it's weak and decrepit, you need to give that lion within you some sea moss. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to understand that the strength within you is infinite. And what is the evidence of that? Because of the infinity sign above her head. So the infinity sign above her head, and then her being draped in all white, is symbolizing that you are a pure person. You're a good person, but maybe for some reason, um, the energy within you to motivate you to prosper over situations and circumstances is unyielded and wielded. Right. So what you got to do is what I like to call small self-fulfilled prophecies, where you do small things, where you face small fears, right? I want you to purposefully face small fears, right? Say, for example, you don't like spiders. I want you to go to a pet store. I want you to go out to the woods. You know what I'm saying? I want you to go look at the bugs, right? Say if you don't like bugs in general. Well, go to a pet store. Even go on YouTube and just look at some. But I want you to say, I can and I will. And then I want you to do it. And what that's going to prime your subconscious to do is it's going to prime your subconscious to not succumb to any limitations at all whatsoever. All right. But you got to consciously don't do something easy. Don't do something easy. It's like, like, yeah, I'm scared to go sit outside on my porch at night. Well, you know what? Ain't nothing easy, right? If that's something that's small for you, or if that's something like you got way bigger problems than that, then start small. It don't matter what it is, where it is. Start small so you can gain momentum. See, this inner strength, it has to be cultivated. It's not a light switch where you turn it on and off. It's more or less like a reserve tank, right? It's like 100-gallon tank that's hidden in the middle of your belly and you don't even know it. So the thing is that the pipes and stuff like that can be clogged, they can be rusty. Maybe you can't steam up the water hot enough to get the motivation that you need, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what I want you to do is, again, start working on small self-fulfilled prophecies. Say, for example, you had to go to the market, to the store, right? I want you to sit down, meditate on how long it'll take you to get there, what you're going to get, possibly some of the people that you can meet when you're there. Picture yourself having a good conversation with the store clerk, et cetera, et cetera. I want you to get used to having uh small self-fulfilled prophecies. Another thing is like going to McDonald's, right? I want you to say, win, lose, or draw, whether they busy or not, I'm going to go to McDonald's and I'm going to get me some fries and meditate on it, right? How many steps would it take for you to get there? Or how many steps would it take for you to get to the car, right? What do you need your jacket? Do you need your keys? Do you need to lock the door? Do you need to drive your car? Can you walk? I want you to picture everything from beginning to end, and I want you to start building up that momentum of, if I think it, then I can do it. I can and I will. Remember, that's going to be something that comes from internal, right? So now remember this page. You make the announcement to the world that I'm coming and ain't nobody going to stop me. Pause. No Diddy, right? No baby oil. But I'm coming. I'm showing up. I'm going to show out. I'm going to do what I got to do, when I got to do it, how I got to do it. And ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. Hey, look. Look, y'all didn't even know KP knew that song, huh? Man, I remember they used to play that song to us at elementary school. Ain't no stopping us now. I'm on the move, right? Um, Last thing I'll say before I go is, remember, the external environment of the cars is actually a representation of what's going on internally. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to tame and love that inner beast in you. And that inner beast is, I can and I will. So is there anybody else that would like a read? And you welcome, you welcome, you welcome. Of course, you can ask any questions or anything like that. You can hit me up for a follow-up. But now I want to keep the list moving. Yeah, though. Ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. Open up my messages. Now, and it's funny because sometimes our ability to critically think holds us back. That prefrontal cortex that separates us from other animals, sometimes it holds us back because we think long and we think wrong. Like animals, they make a decision and do it. Like even a cat or a dog, when they trying to figure out if something too high for them to jump on, Soon as they realize that, okay, I think I could do this, they do it. They don't keep talking about it. All right, I'm gonna jump on this couch for 2 days, or I'm gonna jump off the couch for 2 days. No, they look, they gauge, they look, they gauge, and they say, you know what? I think I can make that jump, and then they jump. Now, whether they succeed or fail, most of the time they succeed. But when a cat try to jump up on something and they fail, oh, that's one of the funniest things ever. Cause they be trying to scratch and claw. And don't let a cat jump on you and think he about to fall. Oh man, you gonna be ripped a new one, right? Literally. 1025, chat rate 10, then we got 25 views. How long we been on? We been on for an hour? Yeah, we've been on for an hour. So that means a couple more people about to come in. I already know it. Open text now. That's what I always say. Is it useful and is it appropriate? Can I use this to the best of my abilities? And is this appropriate for right now? I said we got two people in here. Let's see who all in here. Ryan, you back, Ryan? Oh, they should have never showed me this. Oh, you can see who in the fucking chat. That is crazy work. Dang, I can see who in the chat even if they. Oh, you should. Oh. So when we get them spies in here, I'm not even gonna say nothing no more because I can see who in here. It say Ryan in here. He not even texting. He not even chatting. He left. Now it say he left now. But it still say two people. I don't know. I'm confused. All right, I think I just got another timestamps. How do I turn on the timestamps? Oh, it show when a person. I think I got it. I think it's time for me to step away from this phone. All right, y'all. We've been on this thing for an hour, so I'm about to go ahead and go take my cup outside and see if I can get some change from outside. All right. Excuse me. But with that being said, man, I really appreciate everybody stopping through. Um, I don't know if anybody donated or anything like that. Thank you in advance. Thank you for the support. Guess it's time for me to go do some mysterious KP stuff. So with that being said, man, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all. I will be back in a couple hours for removing manifestation blockages part 6. Yeah. So with that being said, man, If you know what I'm about to say it with me. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the shelf. Why? Because I ain't buying it. Peace. All right, wait. It just said a couple people just came in. So I see a couple people just came in. Did y'all want to read them real quick before I got on up out of here? Or what? I'm taking everybody back up the block list again. I always somebody was lying talking about only moderators can post links. You can control whether or not somebody posts links in your chat. I didn't know that. People be lying, man. People just be lying so they don't so nobody else will get their shine. Ah, that's corny. Yeah, all right. I'm about to hop off because you know what? I'm not about to hop off. I need some moolah. I don't even know why I'm playing crazy. Go ahead and put that on donation based only. I'm just about to chill. I ain't about to hop off. I'm about to chill. All right, you know what? I am. I'll be back in a minute with another live. All right, peace, love, health, and wealth. I'm out.